Hey everybody, I'm going to be making angel food cake today. I'm going to use our new tube pan. It's one of the new products in our spring line. Let me get it. It's that really pretty blue that we've all come to know and love. The inside comes out. And it has these legs on it, so when you take it out of the oven, you put it on the rack to cool. The legs hold it up a little bit. And we'll get to more of that later. First thing I have to do is separate a dozen eggs. I'm saving the egg yolks because I'm going to make lemon curd to go with it. I'm just going to show you how I do one egg. I won't show you all 12. I've already done about 8. I have the old discontinued egg separator. This is Pampered Chef. There's a much newer one, but you can see this one. It's got the little openings in the sides. And that I've got it hooked on the side of my silicone prep bowl. Crack the egg. You gently let it fall into the egg separator. And you can see the egg whites coming out the sides. It takes a second. And perfect. Put the egg yolk over there. And I'll finish separating the eggs and be back. So I have my deluxe stand mixer set up with the whisk attachment. I'm pouring the egg whites in. And I'm going to add a teaspoon of cream of tartar and a half teaspoon of salt. This recipe is in the latest Season's Best, by the way. And we're going to, over the back, is it on? I'm going to turn it on to whip for 3 minutes. You turn this dial to pick which, there we got it on whip. Now we want to take the time down to 3 minutes and on. And we'll see what happens when it's 3 minutes is up. Okay, that first 3 minutes is up. Now it wants me to add a teaspoon, make sure, of almond extract. Yep. Half a teaspoon of vanilla. Now we're going to put it back on whip for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Whip, 3 minutes, 30 seconds. There we go. I'm going to put the pouring shield on because we want to add some sugar slowly. That's the best way to do it while the mixer is running. I just want to show you guys how this looks in the mixing bowl. It's amazing. Pure egg whites. Now we're going to add the flour and cornstarch, and it wants us to mix it. So I'm going to take off the whip. Put on the mixing paddle. 1/4 cup of cornstarch. Let me make sure I'm doing right. Yep. This is also one of the new products. It's a 1 cup stainless steel scoop. It matches that little one that came out in the fall. It's really nice. You can leave it right in your flour bin or your sugar bin, whatever you want. And it's got measurements on the inside. So now we're going to mix for 1 minute 30 seconds. So I'm going to put it on the mix and take the time down to 1 minute 30 seconds. And go. So now Our cake batter is ready to transfer into the tube pan. This is amazing. I've never made this. I have made box mix angel food cakes in my lifetime, but never homemade. The consistency is kind of like meringue. And you don't do anything to this pan. You don't grease it or anything. You want to make sure before you preheat your oven that your rack is in a position that will be enough room for this tall pan. And I'll be back when I get it ready to go. This is just about ready to go in the oven. This pan comes with a cake release tool, and the directions say to run this around the inside edge before you put it in. Not sure why, but I'll do what it says. And this is going in the oven, and I'll be back to make the lemon curd. So the lemon curd calls for 5 lemons. We want to zest 2 of them, and I've never zested a lemon. I have the zester. I'm going to hold it over a bowl and just, it says just go until you see the white, and then keep turning like that. So here's the lemon zest in the bowl. Now I have to juice the 5 lemons, and since it's all going in the same thing, I'm going to juice them right into the same bowl, my squeaky citrus press. This goes in the opposite way that you would think. The end goes up, and you squeeze. This is an amazing tool. And I'm going to squeeze all 5 lemons, and we're going to be using the deluxe cooking blender. So I'll be back. So we switched over from the mixer to the deluxe cooking blender, and I poured in the lemon zest and the lemon juice and the 12 egg yolks that I saved from separating those eggs. I want to get something to get all that out. Scrapers come in so handy. We are adding lemon zest juice, egg yolk, sugar, 1 cup of sugar, the tiniest 1/4 teaspoon of salt, I'm going to put the cover on, and this is a cooking blender, as you know. Cook. Did I do that right? I got it backwards so that you guys can see, so it's a little confusing. There we go. It says to put it on the sauce setting. Here we go. And it goes. And I'll be back when this is done. So our lemon curd is done cooking, and I have a stick of butter softened to add. Makes it nice on my fingers. Let's see if there's anything else to add. Add the butter and pulse until it's combined. Don't think I've ever had lemon curd, much less made my own. Let's see. Also combine, transfer it to a bowl and let it chill. I'm going to put it into a bowl and get a cover for it, and it's going to chill for an hour. In the meantime, the cake is out of the oven. I'm sorry about the dogs barking in the background, and it's on the one of my cooling racks, cooling, and I'll show you when it comes out of the pan. One of our new spring products is this beautiful acacia wood cake stand. Isn't that gorgeous? Use it just like this as a cake stand, or for anything you want to put on it. You can turn it over and use it for small appetizers or hors d'oeuvres. You can take this right off and you have two separate wooden stands for whatever you want to use it for. I'm going to take the cake out now. And here we have the cake on the cake stand, looking pretty. How I got it out of the pan. I turned it over after it was cooling. I took the cake release tool and ran it along the inside and ran it along the edge of the tube. I turned the whole thing upside down on the cake stand. I'm gonna make a mess here. So it was like this. This part came off. And the cake was still attached here. And I took the release tool and ran it along underneath like that. And it'll make more sense when you're doing it, and it comes out really easily that way. And looking good, and I'll show you when I'm ready to serve it. So the final thing for this angel food cake with lemon curd is strawberry whipped cream, and I'm gonna make it in the new whipped cream maker. I know some people were sad that the whipped cream maker was discontinued. That's only because it was redesigned. It actually has this tip where you can do decorative little stars for it once it's finished. This is the first time I'm using this. So here we go. You screw the top on with the plunger. And it has an arrow on each part, so you know when you've got it lined up correctly. And I have 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream and 1/4 cup of strawberry jam. Let's see how this goes. And we'll come back when we're done. So the cake is ready. I love this cake stand. So I have a piece with some lemon curd, and we're gonna finish it off with strawberry whipped cream. And this is a new whipped cream maker. It comes with this cool end you could have put on to make fancy stars.
The following program is sponsored by Sheets Financial. The opinions and views expressed are those of the program sponsor and do not
Nice.
necessarily reflect the opinions.
Nice little finishing touches. It's hard to push. Okay. So there you have it. Angel food cake with lemon curd and strawberry whipped cream. Looks good enough to eat.